We believed the Milky Way was the entirety of the universe, a grand spiral, solitary in the darkness. Peering through a telescope in 1928, Edwin Hubble saw something humanity had never truly seen before. The galaxies, countless and distant, were not standing still. They were drifting away, pulled by some mysterious force. The universe, once thought eternal and static, was expanding like a great breathing lung. It was a doorway. A realization that the universe had not always been. It had a beginning, a moment of birth, the Big Bang. And so, our timeline of everything was drawn backward from that explosion of creation. Scientists looked deeper, mapped the stars, measured their redshift. They estimated that the cosmos began 13.8 billion years ago. A number that became a pillar of modern cosmology. But now, that number is beginning to tremble. In the cold silence of space, the James Webb Space Telescope has begun to whisper secrets we were not ready to hear. It sees not just far, it sees deep. It peers into time itself, glimpsing light born when the universe was still in its infancy. But something doesn't fit. In the first few 100 million years, the universe should have been chaotic, unformed, still settling. And yet, Webb is capturing images of galaxies that look mature, massive, structured. As if they had billions of years to evolve, but they shouldn't have. They are too ancient. Too soon. The deeper we look, the older everything appears to be. And that's not the only mystery. Within our own galaxy lies a globular cluster, a dense ball of ancient stars known as Messier 92. According to new models, these stars may be as old as the universe itself. Some simulations even suggest they could be older. But how can stars predate space and time? This isn't a small miscalculation. It's a riddle. A contradiction wrapped in starlight. And then there's the Methuselah star, HD 140,283. A star that seems to whisper from before the dawn. Early measurements suggested it was 14.5 billion years old. That's nearly a billion years older than the universe. How is that possible? How can a single star outlive the cosmos that created it? Scientists have recalculated. They've adjusted models. Still, the enigma remains. One thing is becoming clear, something is off with our understanding of time. And at the heart of the confusion is the Hubble constant. It is the key to measuring how fast the universe is expanding. But different methods give different results. Looking at the cosmic microwave background gives one number. Measuring nearby galaxies gives another. A gap that refuses to close. This is known as the Hubble tension. And it is shaking the foundations of cosmology. Because if we cannot agree on the expansion rate, we cannot agree on the age of the universe. Some now believe the universe could be far older, perhaps 26.7 billion years old. That would change everything. It would allow galaxies more time to grow. It would explain the ancient stars and mature galaxies we see too early. It would rewrite the timeline of creation. But the implications run deeper still. Some suggest the universe is not a singular event, but a cycle. An eternal loop of expansion and collapse. Big Bang followed by Big Crunch, followed again by a new birth. What if, a multiverse, beyond our perception, each with its own laws, its own beginnings? Could what we see be echoes from neighboring realities? Leaked fragments from another dimension? Perhaps the oldest stars are fossils, remnants of a universe that came before. or travelers from a parallel cosmos bleeding into our own. Webb may not just be showing us the past. It may be showing us the edges of reality. Quantum physics adds to the strangeness. At the smallest scales, time flickers and folds. Could time in the early universe have moved differently? Could galaxies have formed in quantum bursts we cannot yet understand? And what of dark energy, the invisible force accelerating cosmic expansion? We once thought it was constant. Now we suspect it might evolve, changing subtly over time. That too would alter the age of everything. The universe, once thought to be a known quantity, is becoming a mystery once more. Each discovery raises new questions. Each photograph from space is a fragment of a cosmic puzzle. A message written in ancient light. What if the universe isn't 13.8 billion years old? What if it's far older? What if it never had a beginning at all? What if time is not a line but a spiral? What if reality is not fixed but fluid? The James Webb Space Telescope is more than a machine. It is a mirror, reflecting the deepest questions we've ever asked. Who are we? Where did we come from? And what is the true age of the stars? The answers may be out there. Or they may lie within. But one thing is certain. We are no longer just explorers of space. We are travelers in time. And the story of the universe is far from finished. There are whispers now. Not from stars, but from something deeper. From beneath the fabric of what we call real. Signals etched into the radiation of nothingness. Patterns emerging where there should be silence. Scientists once saw randomness. Now, they glimpse structure. A rhythm within the chaos. As if the universe is remembering something. Or trying to be remembered. We thought the cosmos was born once, then grew cold. But what if we are the result of memory, not an origin? What if existence is not a singular event, but a dream the multiverse keeps dreaming? The James Webb Space Telescope is now peering beyond what we ever dared to define. Past galaxies. Past time. Into the trembling border between something and nothing. It captured an arc of light bending where no galaxy exists. A lensing effect with no source, as if space itself blinked. And through that blink, we saw a shadow. Not of a planet. Not of a star. But of something older. A structure perhaps. Geometric. Alien in symmetry. And yet, strangely familiar. Could it be an echo from a forgotten universe? A cosmic ruin left behind by a cycle we've never witnessed? Or is it a message? Encoded not in words, but in gravity. In curvature. In light? Some believe we are now touching the wall of our simulation, that these inconsistencies in redshift, in ancient galaxies, in impossible stars, are not mistakes. They are glitches. Signs that we are inside a system with rules. But also with boundaries. The stars we call old might not be old at all, they may be fragments of a deeper layer, floating up through the cracks. Or worse, artifacts rendered early by whatever intelligence designed this cosmos. Because if the universe has been constructed, then its clock is artificial. And time is a code. And if time is code, it can be rewritten, reset, or ended. And yet, despite the fear, we keep looking. Not because we must, but because we are compelled by wonder. By the unbearable desire to know. Each photon captured is a relic. Each spectrum, a prayer. Each anomaly, a doorway. Somewhere out there, beyond the veil of light and silence,